Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Situation and circumstances and events happening now bring up that question pertinently once again. Which way to go? I want to know. What is happening in Nigeria? Is Nigeria a crossroads? What's happening to us as a nation? You say enough is enough. Who will save Nigeria from the precipice of destruction, from the downslide? Every day, every day is one bad news after another. Socially, in the society, academically, health-wise, politically, we see these things happening day in, day out, but there should be a way out. It now gives some people opportunity to be able to say some things which are not good about Nigeria and Nigerians, describing us in languages that are not palatable. Someone said Nigeria is full of corrupt people. Somebody said Nigeria is resembling a shithole. Someone said Nigerians are becoming parasites to the world. And of recent, I just saw a video about some Ghanaians that brought themselves together, and they were now telling their government, protesting, Nigerians must leave their country. Nigerians should go back home and tell their leaders to fix their country, fix the corruption problem, fix the insecurity problem, fix this one, fix that one. Is that not an embarrassment to a nation? So what actually is the matter? So insecurity problem is not an imagination. It's very real, very, very real. Just over the weekend, we heard about kidnapping and abduction of pupils and students between age of 2 and 16 years in Ogbomoso. Then similar things will happen in Borno State, in a nation where we have elected officers, where we call a sovereign nation, that have a standard army, standard security, standard intelligence in this modern age. And painfully, one of the teachers abducted in Ogbomoso was killed in a very unpleasant manner on video, and the video was now posted on the media for the nation. And this same nation could go after a blogger that was complaining and advising the military to take better care of our soldiers that are fighting insurgency and are fighting these military and these kidnappers in the forest. His name is Crack. Justice Crack. Justice Mac. He was abducted by the military, tortured, and transferred to DSS and now charged to court. But here we have this insecurity. Criminal groups are now increasing. They are now turning kidnapping into a profitable business in the country. We have weak rural policing in the country, poor intelligence system, and which is making the schools vulnerable to these attacks. It was prevalent in the north, they now bring it to the south. What a nation, what a country. And in the midst of this, you see the politicians with their flowing agbada, babariga, behaving as if everything was normal. I don't know which father, which mother will tie celebrational gown and be attending parties and conferences, celebrating and partying while their children are being captured by hoodlums, by bandits, and are being slaughtered like animals. And that's the nation we are in. Then we have high level of institutional distrust in Nigeria. The populace are losing interest in the politicians, in the security agencies, in the courts. They are losing interest in the media narratives because one thing happened, the media will capture another thing. Even some of these happenings will not be relayed by the media because they are being censored by the government or they are being paid off to keep quiet while these evils are going on in the land. These are some things happening in the nation called Nigeria. Nigeria is big, Nigeria is blessed, Nigeria is highly favored by God and by nature. But what is happening is what we have to work harder to understand and find solutions to. That's why we are here. So if you have any suggestion, any comment, any observation, please share. I'm a counselor by training. And in counseling, you work for peace, you work for growth and development. You try to motivate people to work on the ethics and morals of the society, to build the culture. And you wonder what is really happening. Is this Nigeria? From posting from Nigeria, the most populous black nation, the land blessed with both material and human resources. Nigerians in your country, do you have some relationship with them? You say that Nigerians are very awesome. We are smart, we are hardworking, we are very focused, we are determined to achieve success, we are very helpful. We help to develop the nations in which we find ourselves. Oh, thank you for subscribing. God bless you, Pamela. I appreciate you. So, institutions are losing their credibility, and people are beginning to normalize violence in the land. The violence cannot reign in the land because that will bring anarchy. So we are working, what can we do to bring peace back to the nation? People now laugh at tragedy online. Some people just be as if it's normal. We cannot accept kidnapping. We cannot accept abduction of innocent citizens. We cannot accept lowering of our moral sense, our empathy. Abi? So let's work together. So some people now defend wrongdoing. So we ask which way Nigeria was up. Nigeria is blessed and we shall get back there. So now this thing is now coming to our youths. And that's why we have to encourage ourselves and talk to our youths to put their resources together. There is too much going on in the land. So youths on the social media, on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you don't trade words at one another. You are not competing. If you want to compete at all, compete at what you can do to help your nation to get out of this predicament. Nigerians travel to other countries, they do very well there and they come back home to try and improve. But some people try to sabotage their efforts. So you and I should see what we can do to bring back the lost glory. So there should not be polarization as we have in now. Like now, there are 3 or 4 major groups. We have one called Showore, that is is a politician and a freedom fighter that talks about the evil of the government and fights against people that are enjoying bad governance, people that are corrupt society and taking undue advantage of other people, unlawful incarceration, unlawful abduction, unlawful kidnapping, unlawful gagging of journalists or innocents that talk about the evils of the government. Then we have some other youths like Randy Peters, Mama P, Aisha Yesufu. Then we have another young man called VD, very dark black man. All of them try to see what they can do to bring out a better story in Nigeria. But these politicians say this, and what they do, they try to just sow some bad seeds among them, try to play with their brain, try to play with their mind, try to pitch them against one another, try to tell them A is better than you, B is better than you can't talk better, you can do better, you can do this better, and some of them bought into it. And what do you see? In the last couple of about 2 or 3 or 4 weeks now, you just see them throwing words at each other, so sometimes using negative, derogatory words at each other. That's not what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to harness your resources together to fight injustice in the land. Like Justice Cracknell, like I said earlier, talked about the poor welfare state, poor welfare condition of Nigerian soldiers that are fighting insurgency and Boko Haram and these bandits in some of our forests and killing people as if they are killing animals. So that was he said, and they arrested him. They didn't arrest him. They abducted him, they kidnapped him, they tortured him. And when there was an uproar, they now transferred him to the DSS. And from the DSS, they now charge him to court. So he's still with them now. Though they are, yesterday, Monday, 18th of May, he was granted bail. And the people, the lawyers are trying to meet the bail conditions so that he could be released to take care of himself. So instead of them, even at that, they were in court last week doing drama, which made them laughingstock in the face of the oppressors in the land. Then just of recent also, there is this talk about Frank Edoho, Chike, the musician Frank Edoho's wife, and that one took the social media again, talking about immorality, talking about marital vows being broken, talking about all these things, and people were taking sides. Some were laughing at it, some were enjoying the banter, and so on. But that is not the way we were brought up. That is not Nigeria. Nigeria is a nation that prides itself in good ethics and good morals, operating on principles of joy, peace, growth, and development, of hard work. We used to have one Yoruba poem called Ishe ni Ogun Ishe, Murasi Ishe Oremi. That's Yoruba. Ishe is work. That is for you to get out of poverty, for you to live in peace, for you to keep your heads above the waters. You need to be hardworking. You don't depend on anybody. Your hand is to help you to be productive in the land. So that is Nigeria for you. Bumbo, you're welcome. Thank you. So that is concerning that. Then we have the economic pressure in the land. Every day, prices of things continue to just play games. This time they are high, the other time they're low. They never went down. Price of things are going up in multiples, and this is putting pressure on the people. And the food availability in the marketplace is becoming scarcer and scarcer. Why? Because these bandits in the north, which is the food basket of the nation, are literally kidnapping and killing, slaughtering literally the farmers. So that the farmers that are producing the food are not available. So there's scarcity of food. When there's scarcity of food, in the principle of economics, scarcity brings inflation. And it also brings a lot of other things, because even when you have the money, it's when you see the food to buy. So in this case, what gives Nigeria? There's also the poor leadership in the land, which is the bane of it all. The nation is being under-policed. We have weak local intelligence, and when at every agency, every ministry, high level of corruption. That is why development in the land is kwashiorkor. It's been stunted. They keep borrowing money for projects, and the projects are never done, are never carried out. Poor electricity, very poor road network, dilapidated road with big potholes that cause a lot of accidents. And they say they want to do project, they will budget the money, issue out the contract, but the work never get done. And even that, they will just break up the road, and the dust and craters on the road just make life worse, because when vehicle pass there, blow dust on the people, then the bottles, the mud, it's a pathetic story. So that's why this is to call attention once again. As elections are coming, put your resources together. Which way Nigeria? Yet, Nigeria is not a hopeless society. Many Nigerians still protect strangers. We love strangers, we are very hospitable. And that's what the colonialists took advantage of so many centuries back. So communities still support one another. We support people that are facing one challenge or the other within the society. Teachers still endeavor to go to schools in spite of the danger, to teach the children, the leaders of tomorrow, because without education, growth and development will be highly stunted. So we have honest citizens still going to work. When you go to the road, you see many youths still hustling, doing decent jobs, entrepreneurs at different levels of the economy, in both the tech, in both the production, in both fashion and designing, in the art world, in the music world, in the banking system. We have everyone there hustling every day. The other day I was at a major bus stop early in the morning, around after 6 in the morning. Come and see the youth hustling to travel tens of kilometers, like interstate journey early in the morning going to work. And the other day I was to travel from one state to the other, and I met a youth said he does this intercity journey every day of the month. He's been doing that for the past 1 month. So you can see Nigerian citizens are very hardworking, and Nigerian youths. So activists try to speak up and to grow. That will help them to be able to find their feet in the. A lot of medical doctors have reform advocates. A lot of medical doctors have reform advocates both within and outside the country. We have scholar advocates both within and outside the country. We have scholars at every level of the educational system. So do we do? Let us continue to pray for Nigeria. We're going to assist Nigeria whichever way we can, and let us try to educate those who are talking down on Nigeria. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's just the bad eggs amidst us that are trying to give us a bad name, and we should not give them that credence because they'll be happy. Yes, they are winning. We should not give them that mind to let them be happy that they are giving us a bad name. Now, look at the positive side. Look at the Nigerians that are winning at different levels of growth and development, both within the country and outside the country. So Nigeria is not a shithole, was never a shithole, and will not be a shithole. Nigerians are not parasites. Nigerians are not indolent. Nigerians are not pea-brain. We are highly intelligent people. We are highly innovative and creative people. It's been part of our history, it's still part of our life and part of our culture now. We operate with good level of ethics and morality. So anything you see out of the line, out of the way, is not part of our culture, it's not part of us. They are just aliens. They are what we can call bastards. That is people, it's not that they are not part of the family, but they decide to do things that are alien to the family. They try to work against the principle and the ethics of the family, against what the family stands for. With pride in hard work, with pride in sensibility, with pride in decency. We are highly ethical people. Thank you for reflecting with me. Give thumbs up for Nigeria. Pray for Nigeria. Encourage them wherever you come across them. God bless you. We meet again sometime tomorrow. God bless you.